Welcome to Pink Caddy Garage. Today we're going to do a little project on a vehicle we haven't featured yet, but it's one I've had for about 6 or 7 years. It's a 2004 Ford Excursion. And before we do a review on this vehicle, I'd like to get it all cleaned up and looking nice because who wants to see a dirty truck? But no matter how much cleaning we do, it's not going to fix broken parts. So we're going to replace this air deflector today. Here, bring you in close here, you can see what I'm talking about. So this whole piece of plastic that looks about 3 or 4 feet long is our air deflector, and it acts to deflect, well, air I suppose, that's coming in right here over this grill area. And after 16 years, this thing's pretty bad. It's probably had guys laying on it every time it gets serviced, and it's just pretty much coming apart here. I did want to get a new one that had the sticker just because I like the way it looks. And really this whole project's just a cosmetic one, but hey, cosmetics are important. Just ask Maybelline. Before we go taking anything apart, we want to at least get our new part and kind of lay it in place and make sure it looks like it's going to fit. We do have 4 fasteners in the back and 5 in the front, and it does look like it's going to fit. So we will go ahead and start with our disassembly. As a side note, the cost of this part was about $70 online from a Ford dealership versus about $115 that I was quoted at my local dealership. And they were both in Dallas, so I didn't have to pay any shipping, just made a quick trip and picked this up. So we're already ahead of the game right here. Like I say, to get our old part off, we're going to want to get to these fasteners right here. Looks like we're missing one right here. Fortunately, the new one comes with all new fasteners. And the only tool I think we're going to need is this trim removal tool that we highlighted in one of our other videos. Just want to get it under there, kind of centered, and then give it a little bit of that. Then work your way along the top and get those 4 out. Well, we got 3 out of 4 out and broke our fantastic tool. Fortunately, the kit comes with 4 or 5 different ones, and I think we can use this one. Okay, I've gone across and just used this end of the tool to kind of get under these and get them all popped up at least, and then you can, for some additional leverage, get under there. You'll feel them pop out or they'll go flying. One way or the other, you'll get them out. There should be 5 if you've got all your original fasteners. You're going to want to push it back and then get it up over this top of the grill molding right here on all your surfaces. Be careful not to scratch this. Kind of just work it over that hood latch. And there's your old one. We're going to go ahead and clean this area up just so it'll look a little better. We've got that cleaned up fairly well. Not really important that you clean it unless you like to keep your truck looking as good as you possibly can. If it's an old work truck, you probably don't need to worry about it, and probably don't need to worry about the air deflector either. This is also a good opportunity to just look right down here as your intake for your engine. Make sure it's clear of debris and any possums or dead armadillos or whatever you have in your part of the country. Now let's get our new air deflector, get back on the tripod, and we'll see how this goes on without breaking it. As far as installation goes, again, we're going to have to work around this hood latch. So you're going to want to get this latch in this corner of the air deflector just to get things started. And then you can lift it up to give yourself a little bit more clearance and start working it over. And then as you get this pushed back as far as it'll go, just start working in an edge at a time. Then you're going to get your holes lined up for your fasteners. Don't put them in yet, just be sure everything's lined up. Once everything starts looking pretty good, you can just start at one end and work your way down. These just push in with thumb pressure. If you have trouble with them, you can get a little rubber mallet and convince them. I just feel better about a project if I get to hammer on something. And that looks pretty good. All right, let's look at how much we saved doing this ourselves. So this would have been a little under $200 at the dealership. Plus I would have been without my truck for at least a day or so. versus really it's a 10-minute job to do this yourself if you aren't trying to make a video. And it was about $72, I think, with tax. So quite a bit of savings there. We did lose one of our trim tools, so I have to go get that replaced, I guess. So that's about $2 out of the set. The important thing is, though, I fixed it myself. Don't be afraid to do the same. Thanks for watching.